Fire is one of the most familiar yet fascinating natural phenomena. It is a chemical reaction, a rapid process where a fuel, like wood or gas, reacts with oxygen to release heat and light. This reaction is called combustion, and for a flame to appear, three things must be present: fuel, oxygen, and heat. Without any of these, the fire cannot start or sustain itself. This might sound simple, but have you ever thought about how similar this process is to life itself? Just like a flame needs a constant supply of fuel and oxygen, living organisms also require a steady source of energy to survive. Our bodies burn fuel too, but instead of wood or gas, we use food. When we eat, our bodies break down nutrients like glucose and fats, combining them with oxygen from the air we breathe. This process, called cellular respiration, releases energy, which powers everything we do, from thinking to moving. In a way, each of us is carrying a controlled fire inside, a slow and steady combustion that keeps us alive. What happens when we stop eating or breathing? The process stops, just like a flame that runs out of fuel or oxygen. There is another striking similarity between flames and living beings. Both are self-sustaining. Once a fire starts, it keeps going as long as it has the right conditions. A candle flame, for example, burns because the wax melts, turns into gas, and reacts with oxygen in the air. The heat from the flame keeps melting more wax, allowing the process to continue. Similarly, our bodies are constantly producing energy, with each breath fueling the next. But just like a fire, life has limits. Too little oxygen and a fire weakens and goes out. The same happens to us. Without enough oxygen, our cells stop functioning properly. Flames are also incredibly dynamic, always changing shape, flickering, and responding to their environment. If you blow on a flame, it moves, stretches, or even goes out. If you add more fuel, it grows stronger. Life behaves in a similar way. Our bodies adapt to different conditions, responding to food, air, and environmental changes to keep functioning. A person climbing a mountain where oxygen is low will breathe faster to compensate, just as a fire in a windy environment burns more intensely. Have you ever noticed how different fuels create different flames? A campfire burns with orange and yellow flames, while a gas stove produces a blue flame. The difference comes from the way the fuel burns and how completely it reacts with oxygen. This is similar to the way different organisms have different metabolic rates. Some animals, like hummingbirds, burn energy very quickly and need to eat constantly, while others, like tortoises, have slow metabolisms and can survive on very little. Even in humans, metabolism varies. Some people burn energy faster than others. Scientists study flames not only to understand fire itself, but also to improve energy efficiency, develop cleaner fuels, and even learn about life in space. In microgravity, such as on the International Space Station, flames behave differently. Instead of rising in the familiar teardrop shape, fire forms a perfect sphere because there is no gravity pulling hot air upwards. This strange behavior helps scientists learn more about combustion, leading to advancements in everything from spacecraft propulsion to more efficient engines. Fire has shaped human civilization, allowing early humans to cook food, stay warm, and protect themselves. It became a tool for progress, from steam engines to modern energy production. But as much as fire sustains life, it also has a destructive side. Wildfires can destroy forests and homes, just as uncontrolled metabolic processes in the body can lead to diseases like cancer. In both cases, balance is key. Fire, like life, must be controlled to be beneficial. What can we learn from fire? Perhaps the most important lesson is that energy must be used wisely. Whether in a flame or a living being, energy is never wasted, it is transformed, moving from one state to another. Fire shows us the power of transformation, the fine balance between growth and destruction, and the essential role of energy in everything around us. Could it be that the secret of life is hidden in the same process that makes a flame burn? Understanding fire is not just about chemistry. It is a window into the very nature of existence. A flame is a visible result of a chemical reaction called combustion, which occurs when fuel reacts with oxygen in the presence of heat. This reaction releases energy in the form of heat and light, making it a highly efficient method of energy conversion. Combustion follows the principles of thermodynamics, where chemical bonds in fuel molecules are broken, releasing stored energy. The process can be complete, producing only carbon dioxide and water, or incomplete, releasing soot and carbon monoxide. A burning candle produces a flame because the wax vaporizes, reacts with oxygen, and sustains combustion. Just as a fire needs fuel to burn, living organisms need food as fuel to generate energy through metabolic reactions. A flame consists of different zones that represent various stages of combustion, including preheating, ignition, and full combustion. The innermost zone contains unburnt fuel vapor, while the intermediate zone is where oxidation occurs, generating intense heat. The outermost zone is the hottest, where complete combustion takes place, ensuring the full conversion of fuel to energy. Understanding these zones helps optimize fuel efficiency in industrial processes and environmental control. Adjusting the airflow in a Bunsen burner changes the flame from yellow, incomplete combustion, to blue, complete combustion. The different zones of a flame are like layers of human metabolism, each playing a role in breaking down nutrients efficiently. Flames and biological respiration both rely on oxidation to release stored energy from chemical bonds. In combustion, hydrocarbons react with oxygen to produce heat, while in cellular respiration, glucose reacts with oxygen to generate ATP. Both processes involve a transfer of electrons, converting chemical energy into a usable form. The key difference is that flames release energy rapidly, while cellular respiration occurs in a controlled manner within mitochondria. The energy released from burning wood is similar to how cells extract energy from glucose to sustain life. A human body functions like a slow-burning fire, continuously converting fuel into energy without producing visible flames. Oxygen is a key reactant in both fire and biological respiration, enabling the oxidation process that releases energy. In flames, oxygen reacts with carbon-based fuels to generate heat, light, and combustion byproducts. Similarly, in living organisms, oxygen acts as the final electron acceptor in the electron transport chain, allowing ATP production. Without oxygen, both fire and aerobic life cease to function efficiently, leading to suffocation or incomplete energy production. A candle flame extinguishes in a sealed jar due to oxygen depletion, just as a lack of oxygen causes suffocation in living organisms. Oxygen is like an engine starter. Without it, neither fire nor biological life can sustain itself. Flames consume fuel to produce heat and light, just as the human body metabolizes food to generate energy for physiological functions. The efficiency of this energy conversion depends on factors like fuel quality, oxygen availability, and reaction conditions. In the body, enzymes regulate metabolic pathways to ensure a steady supply of energy, much like how controlled combustion optimizes fuel use in engines. When energy conversion is inefficient, metabolic disorders or excessive waste production can occur, similar to smoke formation in incomplete combustion. Athletes with high metabolic efficiency burn food more effectively, similar to how an optimized flame burns fuel with minimal smoke. The body is like a controlled fire, burning fuel continuously to maintain function and energy balance. The color of a flame depends on the temperature and energy levels of the excited atoms in the combustion process. Low-energy flames appear yellow or orange due to incomplete combustion, where carbon particles glow. Higher-energy flames, such as blue or white flames, result from complete combustion and efficient fuel oxidation. This phenomenon is similar to the emission spectra of elements, where different atoms release characteristic light wavelengths based on energy states. A gas stove's blue flame burns hotter and more efficiently than a yellow candle flame, which produces unburnt carbon particles. Flame colors are like human energy levels. Low energy appears sluggish and inefficient, while high energy burns clean and strong. Spontaneous combustion occurs when heat generated by oxidation accumulates faster than it can dissipate, leading to self-ignition. In biological systems, a similar effect can be seen in oxidative stress, where excess reactive oxygen species, ROS, damage cells. When antioxidant defenses fail, cellular structures degrade, contributing to aging and diseases. Proper energy regulation is crucial in preventing both spontaneous combustion in materials and oxidative damage in biological tissue. Oil-soaked rags can self-ignite due to slow oxidation, just as excessive ROS accumulation leads to DNA and protein damage in cells. Like a neglected fire, spreading uncontrollably, unregulated metabolic reactions can burn out cellular health over time. Chemical reactions involved in combustion do more than release energy. They facilitate information transfer through molecular transformations. In biological evolution, oxidative processes have shaped metabolic pathways, enabling organisms to optimize energy use and adaptation. The breakdown of molecules through controlled oxidation releases biochemical signals that regulate gene expression, stress responses, and cellular survival. Evolution has harnessed these burning-like reactions to drive complexity and efficiency in living systems over millions of years. The emergence of aerobic respiration in early life forms allowed for a greater energy yield, enabling the development of multicellular organisms. Just as a controlled flame powers an engine efficiently, oxidative biochemical pathways fuel the advancement of biological complexity. A flame extinguishes when fuel is depleted, oxygen is removed, or heat levels drop below the ignition threshold. Similarly, biological systems age as metabolic efficiency declines, oxidative damage accumulates, and cellular repair mechanisms weaken. While controlled energy management can extend the lifespan of biological organisms, aging remains an inevitable consequence of thermodynamic laws. Just as fire can be prolonged through optimized fuel use, lifespan extension strategies focus on reducing metabolic waste and enhancing repair mechanisms. Caloric restriction has been shown to increase lifespan in various species by reducing oxidative stress and slowing metabolic decline. A well-maintained fire can burn for a long time, just as a well-managed body can sustain health and vitality over many years.